Eddie and I, and we're off. All right. Pretty standard open. I'm going to assume a standard C-bet coming here. Yep. What's he going to do? Yeah, double barrel. I like the double barrel. What I'm going to say here, I believe this is a triple barrel. And my rationale for it was this was a super dry board here. I mean, could he have 10 jack here? Yeah. But my thought process was that if he has something, he's got ace queen, he's got 10 jack, whatever, he's going to raise me at some point here. So that he's hanging on to something for dear life, and I have yet to triple barrel him. Let's see if I do triple barrel him here. That I did. Okay. So what has he got? Maybe a 9 in there? What you got, Fede? Yeah, I kicked you off a week 9. That was my thought process. I actually like that hand. I feel good about that hand. Again, that 6 it's just like a bluff, basically. I'm betting because the ace high board there. Knowing that he's calling down with, at least 50% of hands. He's calling pre-flop 60% of hands. This is my damn kings that I am. Strong move, fine sir. On this one here, I'd like to 3-bet bluff King X because of the blocker. Um, I'm going to follow it up with, whatever I would, the 998. That is a board. Somebody can tell me who that favors in terms of things here. Um, but certainly I'm gonna whiff through with Ace King, Ace Queen, so a lot of stuff like that here. Um, you know, when he let's go back here. When he flats me on this here, okay, uh, I'm probably he's not shoving on me, so I mean could I be up against kings or aces or something like that? Yeah, probably. I would assume that I would probably get 4-bet with kings or aces here. Um, but yeah, I'm going to kind of standard C-bet here. I'm out of position. It's the worst feeling in the world to be 3-betting and being out of position. But I mean, if I've got ace king here and I'm only C-betting when I've got aces or kings hit, well, then it's not going to be very profitable to do so. But when he 4-bets me, he makes it very easy for me to walk away from that hand. Yeah, a lot of equity there. I believe this is a fun hand here. Okay, so here's, you know, there's probably 2 ways I can approach this here. One, in the moment, I'm trying to think here that is it possible that I've run up against another queen? Yeah, it's a possibility I've run up against another queen. I'd like to give myself the benefit of the doubt, with the thought process being, okay, let's go back here. So, so I call. Okay, he bets, and so I go ahead and check raise here. Okay, and then he comes back over the top of me here. But I figure if he's got a hand that's worth sticking with here, okay, I might as well just kind of play this out. Allow him maybe some more rope to go ahead and do this. I think if he thinks if I have a queen, that I'm probably betting that queen further. I don't know. My thought process was was something similar to happen to me the other day, where I kind of somebody took a line on me, and I just was kind of shocked to see what it was. But let this play out here. Can't complain. I think I probably got as much. I mean, clearly he's folding if I come over the top there. All right, again, I'm running a three street bluff. Again, my rationale is on this is it's one of these streets he's going to give me a sign. You know, if on the turn he comes over the top of me, clearly I'm walking away from this here. But it was a hand where I think I allowed myself to put as much pressure on him in terms of things. Um, you know, the king, I mean, it hits parts of his range, but doesn't hit good parts of his range. Yeah, uh, uh, yeah. It doesn't hit good parts of his range. I mean, he's probably three betting me with ace king, king queen, maybe king jack suited, a variety of different things here. Although Fede doesn't play a lot of heads up, so he may be a little bit more timid. And then 5-3 is so low um, that I don't think it's great in his range. Granted, I mean I could be running into fives or threes or king queen, but again, I my guess is if he doesn't raise me on the flop, he's certainly going to raise me on the turn, which is why I fire the third barrel here. I'd love to have Donovan's opinion on that's my rationale. Does my rationale make any sense there? So Fede repays me the favor and blows me off a weak jack here with the same, you know. I mean, again, it is. Let's go back on this hand here. So I raise Jack 7. Okay. Jack board. Clearly a C bet. Okay. He raises me. He's telling me something. By me not raising him at that point, I think what I'm kind of telling him is I mean this is again my logic may be flawed in terms of this here. But I take that as weakness when I do that. You know that I don't have a set of twos. I don't have a set of threes there. Um, and I think because he's shown strength here that he feels like he can blow me off. Okay. Now before I click this here, I probably would have been better served to if he bets here, or if he check raises me here, or if he raises here to go ahead and raise him. Yeah, I think just the call just opens him up to go ahead and do this. I mean, granted, thin value. Drunk commentary on a Sunday afternoon brought to you by Donovan's Coaching. I know Fede had asked about that hand there, what I had. Funny that I did not call with the 10-5 in game one, and I call with the 10-5 there. Easy to walk away from 7-7. Standard C bet. I'm a fan of sometimes checking behind with my aces there. Kind of sets the stage that perhaps I don't have the ace. Which, I mean, lucky for me, he actually spiked the queen on the turn, so he's going to go along with me. Probably a bigger fan of checking back the ace when it's a larger ace. Of course, Fede does not go for my King X bluff there. Thankfully, I did not go along with it myself. Second pair I'm certainly calling with. I like that play. Go with the little stab. I'm praying you have an ace here. So, alright, so my thought process on this is pretty standard here. Now, clearly I'm assuming I'm pretty way ahead here in terms of things. Does he have a 9 jack sometimes? Absolutely, but nonetheless, and I still have an overcard, so the concept of me flopping a full house is still in play. My idea, though, is when he calls here, okay, so I'm just going to allow him that ace. To me, that ace, if I'm betting that ace, is he going to walk away from a scare card? Possibly, but I'd rather just allow that to induce him to actually make that bet there. I frankly thought the 350 that I go here is a little bit too much, but it put me in the identical spot it did in the game before where I walked away. So there was some of my rationale. Standard C bet, call. Got the gut shot now. Calls. Okay, so Fede said to me that the second 10 here is what allowed him to make the call here. Now, granted, this would be the third 3-barrel bluff that I would have run on him in the same match. So I was probably pushing my luck in terms of doing stuff. So, you know, I'm guessing he thought that neither one of the 10s really was of much benefit to me here. And I probably just pushed my luck a little bit too much. And he calls me down. That's pretty much the game at this point. So I think I get it in halfway decent. Ace 10 versus queens. It is what it is. Alright,